region. This production is for adults only.
Have you seen the Slash?
Made by users for users. Learn more at www.stonesmiths.ca.
Merry Christmas.
This is the 12 Cultivars of Christmas. From December 1st to Christmas Eve, Dean Millard and Chris Ianson will reveal a different favorite each day. Stay tuned to find out how you could win a Cannabis 101 podcast prize pack.
All right, Chris, we are so close to the end, and people will be rushing out to pick up the cultivars that we are recommending on the 12 cultivars of Christmas. And today I'm going for the CBD side. CBD for me is something that I use daily. I have the spray from Hexo that I use twice daily. I think it won product of the year, actually, in year one of cannabis. And I love it. I just depend on it. And I've actually started using CBD flower in the mornings, and you know, it's great. You want to relax a little bit, but you don't want the intoxication. And ACDC is one of those CBD more CBD strains that I really like. It's a sativa dominant hybrid, about 70-30, and the lineage is Cannatonic and an unknown ruderalis, which is something we haven't really talked about a lot, or really at all, because we haven't really had much of an opportunity, but it does bring in a new term. And this is what I found on ruderalis, is that it's not something that those people that are looking to get high would ever really wanting to be worried about, but breeders and consumers that are looking for higher CBD are all over it. It's a wild, hardy species of cannabis that has been found in Asia, Central Asia, and Russia, and it lends its CBD and auto-flowering components, which we have recently talked about, to breeding. So not surprising, then ACDC is very high in CBD. It's a high CBD cultivar, some almost as high as 20%. That's 20-1 on the CBD to THC side, as well as been used by many, many people, including me, for pain management. Also, people have used it for epilepsy, multiple sclerosis, anxiety, and the awful things that I unfortunately have seen firsthand with my mother and my wife when it comes to chemotherapy. And there's, little to no intoxication-like effects. You might, if you're not used to cannabis, you might feel like you're really high, but it's just really a lot of the relaxation effects. And this is something, this particular cultivar I have used for my social anxiety. I used to be on television, but I still get freaked out about going out in public. It's a weird dynamic and a weird sort of situation that I have, but I have used this specific cultivar in situations where I was going out to meet people for the very first time. I wasn't a situation that I wanted to be, quote unquote, high under. And so it worked perfectly to just bring me down a level of my anxiety in order to where I could, function and feel a little bit more comfortable. And, normally when I get into those situations, they're a little bit better. And it allowed me to ease my way into the situation without having the psycho effects of THC. So it was great for me in that situation. Everybody is different. I'm not saying it's going to work perfectly for you watching or listening out there, but for me, it was really good. And it also has a sweet and skunky smell and a sweet and sometimes grassy taste, a little bit fruity as well. But it also allows us to talk about, ruderalis. And I know that you're a fan of the cultivar Cannatonic as well.
Yeah, big time, Dean. We've seen Cannatonic, throughout the recreational market. A lot of LPs are putting out a Cannatonic. It's. I'm also a big fan too of the ACDC cookies that are out to market too. That we've seen from Natural History. I've rocked their pre-rolls a few times there, and they are delightful. It's a nice kind of mild. It's about a 4% THC, 9% CBD in there too. But yeah, anything with the CBD is I find just super relaxing, super calming. And I find too with when you're smoking it, you get little bit more of a immediate kind of effects there, right?
Yeah.
Versus ingesting the oils or taking edibles or what have you. Smoking it, you're going to feel those effects pretty quick. So I find whenever I smoke CBD, I always just get super relaxed and everything's just chill, and it just feels great all around.
Hmm. Yeah, I use it. I throw it in the Supernova, the Volcano Hybrid that I use Click and Collect to come get from you at Nova Cannabis. And like I said, maybe the first hit that I have on a day, depending on what I'm going on, is a lot of times going to be CBD, just to give me a good vibe. Maybe I don't want to be. There are other days on a day off I'm going to roll up a THC joint, but CBD certainly has its place. And for those of you that are used to THC, it's going to feel a little bit different. I don't expect to have your doors blown off by this like you would for some high THC and the entourage effects of some other ones, but you should feel just a sense of almost calm and relaxation. That's certainly the effect that I get from CBD. And you're right, it is different when you vape it or you smoke it. You get it faster than the sprays or the oils. So something for people definitely to keep in mind out there. So that's my cultivar, ACDC, sativa dominant hybrid, and allowed me to talk about something new, ruderalis, that we haven't really chatted about. So always trying to learn as much as we can here on the Cannabis 101 podcast. Chris, we'll get back to you tomorrow, and we'll see what cultivar you have in store for us. We'll chat then.
Yeah, that sounds great, Dean. We'll see you then.
A new cultivar each day until December 24th. And you'll want to know the whole list, as that's how you win a Cannabis 101 podcast prize pack. Think of it as a late, great gift for you or someone else. Full contest details at www.cannabis101podcast.ca.
Merry Christmas.